afternoon. Welcome to Vic Marie's laboratory. The first thing that we'll have to do when we will be doing laboratory is an orientation on what are the things that we need to prepare in order for us to be ready in the laboratory. So first thing first, the first thing that we need in the laboratory is the laboratory gown. So we need to don this one in order for us to get prepared and to prepare us for the laboratory. In the lab, you need to have this gown, a white gown. Then you need to cover yourself, cover the front parts in order for you to be protected. Your clothes and your body will be protected from any splash or anything that will happen in the lab. So you have this one covered, okay? And then you will have to use your eyeglasses to protect your eyes from the splatters of chemicals. Or if you are not using eyeglasses, you could don goggles and that would protect half of your face while doing in the laboratory. And for the girls who has long hair, you need to tie it up like this. Then if you will be wearing some jewelry, then you need to take that off because it might react with the chemicals in the lab. So there should be no jewelry and getting ready for the lab. For your footwear, you need to have like rubber shoes and closed shoes in order for you also, and flat shoes in order for you to move freely in the lab. Check if you have this one, and then you are now ready for the laboratory activity. So aside from this, we also need to prepare for our chemistry chemical kit. So a chemistry student needs to have her own, or a group, her own box. And we call this one as the chemistry lab box. The chemistry lab box is a collection of things that you need to prepare and materials that you need to have in order to clean and organized laboratory setting. What are the things that you need to prepare in order for you to be ready for the any laboratory activity? So let's unbox the lab kit. So I have here a plastic box, and if you can also use any used shoe box, anything that would, you know, put all your things in a box and be organized. So you could have something, you could have a box for that. Okay, so this is a 2-tire box. So I have a small box with a lot of things over here, and then this big box. So let's begin for the first one. Okay. The first one is a ruler. You can have a ruler like this or a ruler like this one, but be sure that you have your centimeter and your inches in your ruler. So you will be using this one for measurement in the lab. Okay. The next one is, on this box, I have some clips. You have this for your, you know, procedures and anything that you want to clip on in your box. I have here some candles for another activity in our laboratory in the near future. Okay. On this box, I have some small papers, post-it papers that I could prepare if I need to, you know, take some notes and then place it in the table for things that I want to be reminded of during the laboratory activity. And then sometimes we'll have accidents in the class, in the laboratory, where we got cut. So you need also to prepare some Band-Aid. Okay, what else is there? So I have here tape measure and some safety pins. I might be using this one later on. And I have a hook. I don't know why I still have that hook. And some ties that I might be needing later on. And then this one. I also have a S hook. So the S hook is very important also. So you could use this one in the lab, and then you could hang some plastic bags, and let me have this one. You would hang your plastic bag. Then you could put your trash over here, and then later on, if you need to, after the laboratory session, you could just, pick this up and then throw it in the trash can in the classroom, and then you are ready to go. Okay, so in your lab box, you need to, collect some of those grocery bags that are still available. This time it's already not allowed for some of the times, but there are still some who are using this one. So if you get to get some plastic bags, you need to keep this one and place it here in your lab box for your garbage materials later on. So I have this nice one where I could make this one as to view some small things later on. I just collect this one. Next in this box is if we can get some balloons for our activity, maybe at the maybe further down in our class, then you may get some balloons. Those balloons that are easy to stretch and not the metallic balloons that are available. Okay, so I also have stapler. So this is used to staple things later on in the session in your lab. Okay, next one, I have a pen. And then this one is a marker, and this is used to mark some things and later on. And then I also place some masking tapes on this area for you to easily peel this off later on when you want to label something. I have this beautiful paper soaps that I have. So after you do your activity, you may use this one and make your hands clean and safe from chemicals that you are doing. Another one is a pencil. I have here a very long spatula. Then I could use this one to scrape something from maybe I have here a vial where I have some solid. Then I could just use this one to get some solid like this one, or I could use this one to stir something from my reaction vessel, and then make sure that if you will be using a metallic stirrer, then this one is only a water-based solution and not an acidic solution, because acids will react with these metals. Okay, so I could use this one like this, or I could scrape something or the solids that are attached to my reaction vessels. Okay. So this one is very useful. And you could also have a plastic one. Okay. So you could also get this one from Jollibee and any fast foods that we have. And you could use this one as a spatula, scraper, anything that you need to do. Okay. I have here an alcohol sprayer. So we need this one at the moment, but in the chemistry lab, you also need this to sanitize yourself and sanitize your workplaces. I have some brushes over here. So now if this is needed for cleaning, so you need to clean something like this, and you could have this, or you could opt for this one to collect your materials also. And the sharp edge over here could also be used to collect some solids from your reaction vessels. Okay, next one. Oh, I have a lot of brushes for the different sizes of brushes, and then you know, usually this is called as a test tube brush, but you could use this for anything. So if you will have a test tube, now normally the test tube is clear, but I only have an available colored test tube, then you will have to use this brush, put some soap, and then brush anything that will be left in the test tube. So you need this pair. So test tube brush, and then for your test tubes you need your test tube rocks. Okay. I also have here chopsticks, or you could have some bamboo sticks that you need later on. So anything, barbecue sticks that you have. But this could also be used for stirring something, but the ideal one is a glass stirrer, and we could use this one to also transfer liquids, like you know, if this will be my reaction vessel, then if I'm going to transfer liquid, then I will just have to place the tip of my stirring rod at the side of my receiving vessel, and then pour the liquid over here, and make sure that the liquid is being guided towards the container, so it will prevent some spluttering for the receiving end. Then okay, so I could also use this one for stirring. So those are the small toys that I have in this orange container. Let's move on to the big box. So I have here a vial, so you could collect also some vials that you have, glass vials, plastic vials, anything, small containers in your home where you could use it to place some of the materials. Now look at this one. This is a solid material, white, and you know, it has no label on it. So a chemistry student should know that when you place solid material in a container, you need to label it. So let me show you how to do this. Now here is a marker and the masking tape that I told you to place over here. And so let's just tear it, or you could use scissors. So I have the scissors over here, and then place it here on the side. And this one is, I just got this sample from my kitchen, and this is baking soda. Baking soda. Now, why is it important that your labels will be placed in a masking tape? Because if you will write anything here on the vials, then it is very difficult to erase the label. So, but if you will place your labels on masking tapes, all you need to do when this will be used up, and you will now use it for another solid or another substance, all you could just do is take this label off and then label it again with another substance that you are placing in this vial. Okay, so when you do storage in chemistry laboratory, make sure that you label your vials and containers. Okay, so I have some plastic paper cups, water cups. You know, we need it for some of the water, and maybe we could place some of the solutions that we need and then make it as our storing material. Okay, next one. Okay, one of the things that you also need is a calculator. So you need this to utilize this for your mathematical operations in the lab as well as in the lecture. Okay, so I have an extra vial ready for another material that could be placed in this one. This is a plastic container, so it is ideal for solid material. So if it is going to be a liquid material and as acidic in nature, it's best that the liquid will be placed in a reagent bottle which is made up of glass, so it will not react with the receiving bottle. Okay, what are the other things that I have here? So I also placed here some of the paper napkins that we might be using to wipe our working station when it is gonna be wet and dirty. What else? I have some wet tissue also over here, and then I have a notebook where I could write some of the notes, some of the things that I am used, and mostly in the chemistry lab there is a laboratory material where you will be aiding or writing your data already, and if it is not present, then you will have a standby notebook where you could write all your observations, measurements, and whatever it is that you want to be written, anything that you learn from the procedures, and anything that you need to comment on and ask your teachers later on, then you will have a notebook for you to write your ideas on. Of course, you also need some cleaning material like this if you have, so you know, to brush anything in your working station. What else? I have a spare masking tape in case this one will be done, then I have to refill it. Okay, so, and then some of my in the real face-to-face chemistry laboratory, some of our classmates will just, you know, ask us for some masking tape, then you have something to share with your classmates. I have here a beautiful filter. Yeah, it's a can with a lot of holes in it, but we could also use this one as an air filter, where, you know, if you will have a heating implement like your alcohol lamp, you could place it over here, and then you could have your reaction vessel on top, so the reaction will be far away from the heating material. So you could use also an air bath like this, where you will have to place some holes on the bottom and here for air to flow through while you are doing your experiments. So it will not be directly in contact with your heating material or your alcohol lamp. What else are there? So I also have some rubber bands, anything that I have, some pins that I might be needing in the classroom. One thing that we need also, we should have also some cotton in the lab. Scotch tape if you need them, and then important thing, you also need to have an available detergent for your cleaning materials later on when you clean all your glasswares and all the things that you are using in the lab. So when you are in the lab, be sure that before you start with your activity, all your glasswares and all your materials are clean and ready and are working well. And then after you do your activity, you also have to do the cleaning and drying it off before returning it to the Science Resource Center, and then make sure that it is ready for use for the next users in the school. And when there will be breakage in your while you are doing your experiment, make sure to report anything, and then if it is like a glassware, make sure that you will not touch it with directly with your hand, and throw it immediately to the designated place where it is to be thrown, so there will be no harm that will come to you and to your lab mates. I guess with all these things that I have shown you, then you are now ready to do the laboratory activities in the classroom. Enjoy your journey towards learning hands-on anything that you want to, and the skills that you need to do in the chemistry lab. Bye-bye!